The solution to the wooden cue ball puzzle is best understood if you start with the puzzle assembled and then take it apart, and then you can understand how to put it together. So we're going to take it apart first, and what you do is you find this key center peg that holds everything together, and you slide that out, and once you slide it out beyond the edge, then the side double notched arc piece comes out. Then you can slide out the main locking bar. After you do that, what I like to do is put my fingers on either side of the second locking bar and pull everything down like this. So it pulls it down, and then I slide it out, the second locking bar out like this. Now, at this point, I push the upper wooden arc up so that this piece on the end just falls right out. And I assemble these so that they are in the order that you put them back in. At this point, I remove the two side spanners with the tabs, and then I roll this over, and I take the top piece off, and then take the top spanner off, take the two wooden arcs with a single notch in them off, and then the final spanner, and that's what it looks like disassembled. To assemble it, you just reverse those steps. There are 11 pieces, and it gets a little difficult at the end, and I'll try to give you some hints on how to do this without having too much trouble. So I start by putting the lower spanner back in place. I put the two single notched wooden arcs in position, put everything together. Then I put the upper spanner on, and then the top block. At this point, you have to, the arcs tend to slide up and down, so you want to put some compression front to back to hold everything in place. And then rotate it. At this point, then I put the tabbed spanners on the side, first on one side, tab spanner on the other, and I want to make sure that all of this is in pretty good, everything's in position. Now that spanner came out, so we'll put that back in, but we've got to make sure that it's in the right orientation. So everything feels pretty well locked in place. At this point, I also again push on the arc, the wooden arc, and that brings the center of the puzzle down, and it opens up a channel in the center here. At that point, I take the lower locking piece and put it in place, and then make sure everything's pretty close to being where it should be. Give myself a little clearance here, and then slide the side piece in, and then just push that down, and make sure everything's in good shape here. And that should come right up. And then when you do that, what you want to make sure then that you have the upper arc piece pulled all the way to the top, and that gives you a channel here for inserting the final locking piece, and then the final double notched arch piece, and it snaps together just like that, and there you have it. Thanks very much for watching. Voila.